All right, guys. I do. All right, guys. I swear to God, that's all I say. It's all right, guys. All right, guys. We're back again with another episode of Talking Bibles with my brother Jason Mayfield. I'm so excited to have him with us today talking about cool stuff. So, Jason, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Jason Mayfield. I used to be the greatest Bible reviewer in the world, possibly also in areas of Neptune. And I have a Bible reading plan you can check out at tearupyourbible.com. And go over there, get that. Read the Bible.
Yeah. Hey, and if you guys are wanting to give to Jason's ministry, tell them how to do that, Jason. Please.
Yeah, it's jasonmayfield.com/give. We actually have a deal running with all of our donors right now that if you give over $250,000 in one giving, we will send you an edible arrangement.
I love it. Amen. Yeah, if you send $250,000,
you're going to get one of the finest fruit flower bouquets.
Absolutely. That's the same for my Patreon. You can find my Patreon in the description below. So, all right, guys. So let's get right into this. I wanted to talk about this on the previous episodes. People message me a lot asking about sponsorships, or even how that works. Sponsorships from review relationships or partnerships in publishing. So can you kind of go into that for those who really are wondering, the inquiring minds?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things people do wonder, and we had talked about this in another video, is do you purchase all the stuff that you have? And the answer to that is no. And I couldn't and wouldn't, invest thousands of dollars into Bibles. Beau, you have way more in terms of Bibles than I have. But I have found that when it comes to sponsorships, it's so strange to me that some people go, hey, do you think if I started making videos, they might send me some free Bibles? Because I had thousands of people engaging with me on the internet before anybody considered sending me anything free. Yeah. And so you have to build, and you have to have some rapport with folks. You have to have some watch time behind you. But I will tell you, I've had a handful of sponsorships that have been really good deals for me, and they've come about two ways. So there's really two ways you can get sponsorships in terms of being a Bible reviewer. Now, my wife also occasionally gets sponsored deals on her social media that are completely different. We found a lot of these things come the same way. So one of them is that you need to build an audience. You need to have a pretty significant audience, and that'll, a few thousand people, and it varies. Apple's not going to send you a computer with a few thousand subscribers.
No, they're not.
But a Bible publisher might. A Bible publisher would look at someone with 2,500 subscribers and go, that's a pretty big Bible review or Christian influence channel. You
know why? Yeah, I was wondering this, and I got the answer. Do you want to know why that is? It's because it's like when you look at your YouTube AdSense, and I'll probably make a video on this later if you have a YouTube channel where you monetize it. I do. And on my AdSense, there is a rating for the view. It's basically how much money the average viewer spends. And
wow.
The Bible reviewing viewership, they spend about 10 times more money per view than tech channels and others. That's why publishers are willing to send a $300 Bible
because there's a return
to someone. There's more of a return on that content than if someone did a Apple 12 video and had 100 times as many views or 1,000 times as many views. There's going to be more of a financial return per dollar invested. Number one, it costs the retail on that Bible is $300, but it costs the publisher about $100 to produce it. So they're only investing their dollars from the bottom line.
Wow.
And they're going to get a return on that a lot more readily, even from lower subscriber counts and lower viewer counts because that community spends more money online. And you pointed out in a previous video, because you can go to the mall, you can talk to your friends that have an Apple 12. You can go and see these things in person. You don't have to watch these things. So if they do, they're usually watching it just for the entertainment value rather than to purchase.
Absolutely.
But people who buy Bibles, this is their outlet.
Yeah, because there's no other, you can't go anywhere else.
Exactly. So that's why if you have 1,000 subscribers, you're probably going to get some review samples.
Yeah.
And you're going to have people reaching out to you. I have people reaching out to me every other week, whether it's a new partnership with a new publisher, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of them I turned down. I would love to have more Bibles. Most of them I give away anyway.
It's just the time.
And it's time investment.
Yeah.
That I want to see what my audience is, what's most important to my audience.
And you are a more thorough reviewer, so it takes you longer than it does me. You get more of my opinion on videos than a review.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
In my video about how to become a Bible reviewer, I did it a few years ago actually. I pointed out that there's like 3 different kinds of reviewers. There is the informative reviewer, which is just here's the black and white. This is what it is. This is what it isn't. Then there is the critic, which I would categorize myself as the third, which is a hybrid. But you're more of a critic where it's more of an opinion. This is my opinion on this. I'm not going to, if you want to know the GSM of this paper,
yes,
go check somewhere else.
Yeah, go read the stats.
But do I like it? Do I like it or do I not like it? That's what I'm going to give you. So you have the informative, the critical, and then the hybrid. And the hybrid usually takes more time because you not only have to give the information, you have to also develop your opinion and be able to
and spend some time with it and all of that. Yeah, you have to have some time in the Bible. But and I also, a lot of mine's built on entertainment value. So that's
it is.
That's
it's amazing.
Yeah,
you're really good at it.
Yeah, I lean into that because it's an asset. But in terms of sponsorship, so you got that one thing where you got to build, but there is another side of it where you're probably going to be proactive in the beginning. Because where Beau says he has people, I do not have people reach out to me hardly ever about doing reviews. And so I have to be a little more proactive. The only people who have reached out to me reached out after I'd already done a video, and it's been the best partnership I've had in my ministry. And I'll tell you who that is. It's Logos Bible Software.
Yeah. Tell us more about, can you tell us more about, because this is a partnership. Would you consider it a sponsorship?
It's a little bit of hybrid. I'll tell you how it's worked with them. Typically they have tossed me maybe some free product or free upgrades in the past. But I have an affiliate link. And so because of the view size of my videos for them, and I pretty much stay in the top of our results, I can just lean on any kind of income coming from that. Now, I'll say it's not as good as it used to be because they changed the program a little bit. But in the last, which I thought this was so cool, this is the first thing I've ever done like this. In the last release, Logos 9, they actually contracted me to be the personality on their webpage. So my review online is actually the long form of what they posted on their website.
Oh, that's great, buddy.
Yeah, so
awesome.
it was really cool to do that and to operate with them. And but that just comes, that has been a matter of cultivating the relationship.
Yeah.
More so than anything else.
The thing that I would like for everybody to know is that this stuff that Jason and I do, and I couple myself really loosely with Jason because he's way, way better at it than me. We try to provide good content that's fun to watch, that is quality content for our viewers. And that is not easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of getting it wrong. It takes a lot of personal, like really looking inside at what this means to me. And it's a lot of pressure because these review editions that we receive, whether it's a sponsorship from Logos or whether it's review editions from different publishers, that is not a free Bible. That is a transaction that takes place. You are at this level, whether it's 5,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, they are depending on your review as part of their financial return on investment.
Yeah.
And that is a responsibility that you have to take seriously as a reviewer. So it's an obligation and it is a responsibility. People don't really see that the sponsorships and partnerships are really earned. It's not just a popularity contest. They're really, really earned through a lot of hard work and innovation. You've got to get better as a reviewer. You've got to get better and produce better content that people want to watch more and they want to watch longer.
And I mean, and it's that, what you just said, I mean, it's that influence that you build where people trust you and so they will purchase, you know, and so like guys like Beau, I look at him as a more trustworthy voice than myself. And you said I'm better at it. I don't agree with that, but I really don't. I think I'll tell you, you are a better Bible reviewer. I'm a better video guy.
I'm the okayest.
You're the okayest. Me and my wife laughed and laughed. But no, I mean, you're an excellent Bible reviewer. You're thorough. You give a ton of information, you know. So, but I think building that trust with people and building that I want to engage with this guy on video, which you have to cultivate. But I can promise you this: if you get into it going, I want to get sponsorship deals, it probably isn't going to happen because you're never going to create.
Trust.
You know, all of my videos that I started with came out of the overflow of my process. All of Beau's video came out of the overflow of his process. I mean, Matthew Everhard, which I always come back to because I feel like he's a third tier kind of that segment. Oh, yeah. And he, you know, just used this Bible aggressively for years and would constantly come back to look at how well this Bible has held up. And I mean, really, honestly, the fact that he doesn't get a new Cambridge wide margin every year from them amazes me. They ought to send him.
It's poor. Yeah, it's very, very much so. Yeah, they should send him a check for all the Cambridge wide margins he sells.
I mean, for real, because he's selling all of them.
No doubt.
He's selling all of them because nobody else.
They don't give me any. I don't think they send you any.
I've never been sent one. I can't even get a return email.
I've never gotten one. Yeah, I've gotten a couple return emails from Cambridge. Shout out to Cambridge. Thanks, by the way.
For replying to my emails.
Yeah, exactly. So I've had a couple of return emails, and I would love to review the Topaz. I'd love to review the Clarion. I'd love to review all those. The ones I have been the ones I've traded for.
See, what I would have done.
I just don't have the time to try to get one of these Bibles. I'd rather put my time and effort into providing content in favor of the publishers who actually find my content valuable.
That is huge. Is if you value me, there's going to be some reciprocation. And because if you don't, I mean, guys, I'll just tell you right now. I mean, like when I did my Skylar wide margin video, they had not sent that to me. When I was in the process of making the video, I think someone somewhere said something, and they went, "Jason Mayfield's making a video," and they said, "You need to send him some. You need to send him something." And so they actually gave me a discount in refund, and while I'm making the video, and if people don't do that, it gets expensive. So that Cambridge or that Skylar wide margin video ended up being like a $300 or $400 video when it was all said and done.
Yeah,
because that was out of pocket, and I don't love you people enough to make $1,600 worth of videos for y'all every month.
Well, this is the thing. Okay, so we do this. I do this out of a love for this community. There's a $1,000 camera right there. There's a $1,000 camera that I'm talking to. There's a $200 mic right here. Now, the mic actually was donated by a lovely subscriber. Thank you again. And but now, a lot of this stuff, I've built the lighting system in here.
That's the part of it that nobody sees, though. You know, they don't see that side of it where that expense. I mean, I'm sitting at a desk with, you know, in 5 foot of me, I've probably got $15,000 worth of stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the thing is that publishers that recognize, one, the value of the content, and then 2 that recognize the commitment, because you're not going to be, you're not going to be kind of half committed if you've already invested this much into it.
Yeah.
Those publishers are going to get more attention from me. Now, granted, if you produce, I'm going to tell you right now, all you publishers who are thinking about this, because these videos are going to get some views, all you publishers that are watching this, if you produce a subpar product, I am going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I'm that way too.
100%. Now, just recognize that I love this community more than I love any sponsorships or any kind of review relationship. My commitment is to this community.
Absolutely.
And if you produce a subpar product, I am going to work my tail off to make sure that, one, you change what you're doing, so that the consumer gets a better product.
And I'm going to push that stuff that you do well, really hard.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Even if I don't use it, even if it's not my taste, because there's some Bibles I review that they aren't my taste, but they're a great Bible.
Yeah, yeah. But you can tell the Bibles that in designing this Bible, there was a lot of thought and care that went into this, in planning what the user of this Bible is going to have, or what they're not going to have. And there are Bibles where you can look at it and go, there was no plan.
And it's obvious there are some times, like I think with Crossway, which is more innovative of a company, they make more innovative products. Sometimes Crossway, you guys put out just incredibly innovative, like amazing stuff. And then sometimes you needed to have another Bible come out this quarter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. And that's okay. I honestly feel that's okay. It's their job as a company to make money so they can stay alive. That is their job. But I just want, when they produce something, that's not just Crossway, it's all of them.
It's everybody.
When you produce something, I want, if you did not put any thought into the user, the consumer, I want that shown.
Yeah.
I want that like plastered, so that the next time that you conceive of, I need to put out a Bible fourth quarter, I need to put a Bible out first quarter, let's make sure we spend at least a day. Let's think about the feature set. How is this going to get used?
Well, and
what materials are we going to use?
Not only, we're talking about sponsors, in terms of Bible publishers, I'll be honest with you. I don't understand why a bunch of reviewers, us, Randy Brown, Matt Everhart, David Brown. Why?
Yeah, David Lee, yeah.
Why have we not been brought into conversations on this stuff?
Well,
we're going to be at the forefront of talking about it. That we have the opinion. Bring us in, man.
Well, we kind of have a little bit.
So y'all have just been having calls without me?
We kind of have. Okay, so I've had talks with several publishers, not going to mention like names, but we've had talks with publishers, we've had talks with producers, and candid, no punches held kind of talks about what is good and what is not good for the community. And there's some things that are more expensive to change or modify in the production process. So there's some things that I try not to harp on. But when you choose poor ribbon quality, that's an easy
fix.
Things to fix, but it's continually not fixed. So I'm going to always harp on that, because it shows that you, the consumer, were not thought about in this regard. It was all bottom line. Not saying that folks that use poor ribbons, maybe they have a reason for it. I cannot get an interview with some publishers that I have heavily criticized about this point, but I have had great talks with other publishers, casual conversation about what's important to the community. If you're creating a preaching Bible, let's talk to a preacher.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
who would have thought?
And really, there's several publishers that have done that.
I think it would be cool if they would bring us all in and do a short mini-series reality show.
I would love that.
One
I really
publisher,
would.
Crossway,
I really
Zondervan,
would.
somebody, and all of us have to design the greatest Bible ever. And then whoever
I'm
wins,
game.
it gets printed.
I'm game, because what they'll do is they'll put $1. All right, let's design the greatest Bible, and they're going to put $1 by how much it costs to make, and then have them vote and go, okay, well, that would be a great idea. I would love that. All right, now come on, Zondervan, come on, Thomas Nelson, HarperCollins Companies.
Let's
go Holman. Let's go Crossway. Let's go Steadfast. Come on, Schuyler. Come on, R.L. Allen. Let's do this.
Let's make it
If you
greatest
really-
Bible ever.
That's right. Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to do it. I think that would be fun. That is a really cool idea, but that's why sponsorships happen. It's for the benefit. It's a mutual benefit. It's a symbiotic relationship between the publisher needing to stay alive and the consumer needing to get a good quality product.
Yeah, to be
And
serviced.
We're kind of in between. Anyway,
And I've been pretty hard on ones that have been sent to me for free. I've been hard on expensive Bibles that have been sent to me for free.
terrible. Look,
Yeah.
I feel bad. I'll email them and go, look, y'all.
I'm sorry, but this is about to get tore
This is
up.
about to post. This is about to post, and y'all are not going to like it. And I'm very sorry. And they're always really kind. I did get an email back, and they said, you didn't have to say that much, did you?
I mean,
well, that's how it is, you know. But I mean, I think they feel like when they make a good product, I'm gonna really,
I'm gonna
really
be on that
okay.
thing
I'll
all
give you
day
an
long.
example. The ESV Preaching Bible, first generation to second generation, is night and day, in my opinion. I know you made a video on the ESV Preaching Bible, single column, non-verse by verse edition. To me, it's an excellent Bible. Terrible name. To me, I think
Yes.
verse by verse is better. And when they produced the new verse by verse edition, the cover's better. Now the liner's not as good, but whatever. Paper's excellent, even though the paper is thinner. It's a thinner Bible. It's verse by verse. The printing's amazing. It has better spacing for writing, underlining. I mean, there's so many things better about it. So I wanted to make sure, because my review of the ESV Preaching Bible first generation was brutal.
I agree with you, though. That was not a preaching Bible. I had I didn't think the production quality was that great on that one either for what it was. I felt like it was an imitation heirloom, you know?
Yeah, and it was. And it was more like a glorified top grain edition, where this new edition of the Preaching Bible is fabulous.
From what I've seen,
I don't know the right descriptions.
From what I've seen, it looks more usable even as a preaching Bible.
Oh, that's great. It's awesome.
To me, it was just, an ESV single column white margin Bible. That's all it really was to me.
Let's do lightning round.
How are you coming up with these lightning rounds?
Lightning round is much anticipated favorite part of the show. So let's talk about it. All right. So Jason, Pepsi, Coke, or Dr. Pepper?
Coke.
You're a heretic. All right.
Are you a Dr. Pepper guy?
100%.
I like Dr. Pepper, but I'm not
Diet Dr. Pepper technically, but I love it. Yeah, it's so good. All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. What brand of coffee?
I do Cafe Bustelo or whatever it's called. I don't know how you say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The yellow one?
Yeah, I do. Now, I have got the cheapest taste buds on the planet, but I use the Great Value Walmart brand.
Okay.
Donut shop, baby.
So
It's
you
the
like
best.
a lighter brew?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I put like a cup and a half of grounds in there, so it's a little darker, but I like that taste. It's good. When you're reading your Bible, morning or night?
Morning.
Maps on Bible paper, on cardstock, or on glossy cardstock?
Ooh. I don't know that I've ever seen them on Bible paper, so I would go with cardstock that's not glossy.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well,
You got me on that. I never thought about doing it on Bible paper.